Hello, welcome back to the RogueTech campaign. It is episode 18, and I have had a good night's sleep. Oh dear. I can't even remember what I did last two episodes. Well, I vaguely remember what I did last two episodes. I think I will just get stuck in and get some work done. Seems like a good idea, right? And then I'll think about everything after I've played a few matches. I know I took some serious risks in the last couple of episodes just because of liquid confidence. And to be fair to me, I did very well. But that battle against the three heavies, that could have gone horribly wrong. Let's be honest here. That could have gone very badly. Fortunately for me, RNGesus was on my side. Gave me mechs that run hot in the moon environment.
Command interface initiated.
Right, let's get stuck in, shall we?
Ready to go, Commander. Roger.
Oh, I like this map.
Be there in a jet.
This map is great. So much cover around that you can use. The enemies tend to be in like this clearing area around here, and you can get in this crevasse here. You can get behind this. These like round-shaped hills are perfect for hiding behind and isolating targets.
Yes, Commander.
Let's go.
I'm rolling. On it.
So the simple thing would be to just lure them in one at a time, then take them out. Okay.
Standing by.
It's all about the cover.
On it.
Let's see what we see when we're jumping through. Oh. Couldn't quite tell.
Reporting.
So they've got relatively good positioning, but it's not good enough. Let's go.
What are your orders, Skipper?
Wrong mech.
I got you.
You want to be in a position where you can
Ready for orders.
really play havoc with someone's LOS when they're using non-lights. So you see here, the way this terrain is built, I can stand here or here. Here is probably safer. And they can't get line of sight, they have to come right in. And as a light mech, or even as medium mechs in later missions with harder enemies, you can just reserve all the way to the assault phase. And then be like, "You have fallen into my trap, ha ha ha," and come running out and get like 8 turns. 8 turns is a lot of time to turn someone into slag. Okay.
Yes, Commander.
So if you see here, right, this positioning here, because of the way this rock and this building is, this guy has no shot. At the moment, they're not quite close enough. I want them to be a bit closer. But the issue is, obviously, if I don't move, I lose my evasion tokens. So what we can do is we can just run in and get this party started. and then jump straight back out again. Or run straight back out again. What is this? That is a Wolverine. That's a medium. He must have tactics. Yeah, he's got tactics. Okay. It's getting hot in here. He's a Wolverine. All of his weapons are energy or heat based. So that's going to make life very easy for me.
Ready to rock.
All I do is increase this guy's temperature. Hunchback 4J. That's the standard Hunchback. Been a while since I saw a standard Hunchback.
Position confirmed. Confirmed.
Carry on increasing the temperature on the Wolverine.
Skipper. What's up, boss?
This guy is like too far away. Except he isn't. Always bring your jump jets, kids. Okay, now that's him effectively out of the fight.
Confirmed.
This Hunchback is not yet close enough. I want to get behind him and just unload my SRMs into his rear. What the hell.
Roger that, Commander.
We'll join in the assault on the Wolverine. But just be careful not to increase our heat too much so that I don't have the full volley available to me.
Accuracy through volume of 5.
I'm not sure what this is,
Some nasty on that some bitch.
but we will soon find out, I'm sure. So he's got to cool off now. He's not going to do anything. So what happens next is he's cooled off, he can't do anything, and he is in a position now where he no longer has a shot.
Yep.
So we can now proceed to isolate the Hunchback. Now I could finish off the Wolverine, but the Wolverine's got cover from this guy, right? Whereas the Hunchback is on his own. Oh, I'm quite sure what that is.
Target confirmed.
Remembering that the Hunchback, all of his weapons are in one place, so a good strike should finish him. I think I'm going to have to just bust through the front though. Can't get behind him easily. At least not right now.
Fun time.
Oh, I got his head.
Ha! You like that? Receiving you.
Can I get closer? No, I cannot.
Need something, Chief?
Just keep the softening going. This is still in cover, so. But we'll just make sure that we face forward just in case he somehow gets a shot.
Position confirmed.
See here, look, it's like perfect position to just be hidden. Oh man, he's cooking as well. So now he's got to cool off. And these guys have had their LOS blocked. Now you might think, well, they can just move around, right? But that's not always the case. See, that guy just lost his turn. In fact, this is such a nice position that I can just reserve now. and wait for these guys to waste their turns. Fail. Okay. Very weird that this Hunchback has got medium lasers and LRM-20. I'm not sure I've ever seen this design before.
You have orders? Consider it done.
I wish I could make him eject, but I'll have to knock him over. Go for the head again. Oh!
Scored a critical hit.
I mean, he's running, but he's showing his back.
What are your orders, Skipper?
I suppose that's fine. Remember this Griffin, obviously, with its ER PPC. We do not want to show our back to that at any time. One good ER PPC connection in the rear quarter can be instant death. Whereas most of my mechs could survive one from the front.
Let's see what you got. Critical hit.
Oh, I got him in the head as well. I might be able to decapitate the Wolverine. He's unsteady, so I just got to push him over.
Standing by.
Where's the cooker? Nope, not you.
Ready for orders.
Get the cooker out and let's bake ourselves a Wolverine. Oh man, that heat damage. He didn't fall over though,
Ready for orders.
annoyingly.
Aye, aye. Locking on target.
Okay, now he's knocked down. We'll get him next turn. Oh no, pilot died anyway. Don't need to get him next turn. He is done and dusted here and now.
Awaiting orders.
Right, all that's left is this Hunchback, which has no hope in hell of surviving.
Moving out. Locked on for physical attack.
Womp! See ya!
Tango down.
As much as I would like to have captured a Hunchback, it's, you know, it's whatever.
Yup.
It's not the heaviest of medium mechs anyway. Now the Griffin is a pretty hot design, to be honest. So if I can keep on applying heat to this guy,
Firm.
he'll be unlikely to fight back much. Unfortunately, he does have the benefit of a huge amount of evasion tokens. I wonder if I should just punch him. Gives me the opportunity to cool down as well. Problem comes if he punches me back.
That hit something good.
Okay. That was not what I expected. I mean, don't get me wrong, I was expecting some damage or I wouldn't have done it, but that was a great deal more damage.
Got it.
I'm trying to avoid overheating my mechs because it's just going to increase the amount of time it takes for me to repair everything. Now what, my hot friend? I presume the best thing that you could do is try and punch one of my guys. Ah! Okay. He went for the thickly armoured panther.
Taking heavy hits, Commander.
Thickly armoured for a light, obviously. He got me in the leg as well. Ha!
Confirmed.
Panther's chunky legs have got lots of armour, even if they don't run very quickly. No, no. Yes.
I'm caught.
I actually would like to force him to eject, so I'm going to try and spread the damage out a bit. Ejected!
Hope we can salvage that.
Sweet.
On my way. I understand.
I believe that we are done here. Not bad, right?
The asset is in hand, Commander. Good work.
The asset is in hand. We have retrieved the asset. This is like Jurassic World or something. I once again got into a, I wouldn't even call it an argument, but the author of this mod runs very hot. And they said that stop calling it, you know, clan tech. RogueTech is not filled with clan tech. So, I would like to clarify here for anyone who's watching. RogueTech is absolutely filled with clan tech. But a lot of people don't realize just how much clan tech there is. Or how much the clans are responsible for the improvement of technology. So, do I want a Wolverine or a Griffin? Well, if I go for the Wolverine, I can actually guarantee that I get it. So that is exactly what I'm going to do. Oh god, look at all these heat sinks and jump jets. I'm so going to get a pile of that trash. Should have got rid of legs. Get rid of legs. Oh, sweet. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 pieces of mech salvage. And a double heatsink, which is always nice. Yeah, so just going back to what I'm saying. What I was saying. There are effectively 3 eras of tech. There's Star League, which is the moderate tech level, let's say. There's Inner Sphere, which is after the fall of the Star League, but before the clan invasion. That's the lowest level of tech. As far as games go. I think pretty much all the video games are set in clan tech. This is the first game that's not set in clan tech. The vanilla campaign. And then after that you've got clan tech. So if you were looking at technology as levels, you would say Star League was 2. Inner Sphere after the post Star League is 1, and then after the memory core / clan invasion it's level 3. And to give you an example of that, so if we go to we're going to the mech bay anyway to work on my new mech. So let's look at short range missile launchers as an example. I can get in here and strip this out. By the way, I'm completely bored of making short-range missile. Short-range missile boats. I am absolutely bored of making short-range missile boats. I'm going to try and make something else. Oh man, the hard points on this are absolutely awful. Okay, we'll think of something. So looking at short-range missiles, right? The basic stuff, so the short-range missiles 1, 2, 4, and 6. These were the basic weapons that were available in the Star League era and in the Inner Sphere era that came after. So those would be your level 1 weapons. The Streak SRM-2, which I don't have any of right now, was a Star League design into advanced missile technology, but they couldn't get the design to work for larger volumes of short-range missiles. The effectiveness dramatically dropped off. So the Star League era technology is the Streak SRM-2. Just the Streak SRM-2, not the Streak SRM-4 or the Streak SRM-6. So it's not unreasonable to find a Streak SRM-2 in the post-Star League, pre-ClanTech era. You could find one. They would be very rare. They're lost technology. But the possibility is there, like in the vanilla campaign where you find the Star League cache, firearm cache, brain cache. I believe they're called Brian cache. I can never remember. It's all weird terminology with Star League. It's like castles and caches and so on. But it's the clans that continue to develop the technology of Streak SRM. So Streak SRM-4 and Streak SRM-6 are uniquely ClanTech. But that's not the only example of the method that they used to sort of balance BattleTech by basically saying, you know, the basic weapons are always available, we never lose them. The prototype design, Streak SRM, is advanced Star League era technology, and then the clans improved on it and produced the Streak SRM-4 and the Streak SRM-6. The other balance method that they used was like a doctrine one. So for example, the doctrine of the Star League was that they just had a machine gun, it was completely standardized, it was used on mechs, vehicles, you name it. It was one design with one standardized ammunition source. Okay, much like how NATO has one round. Everyone who's involved in NATO has this one round, and everybody uses it in their weapons. So, even though we would not find it particularly advanced technology to have a light machine gun or a heavy machine gun, it's actually the clans that came up with the heavy machine gun and the light machine gun for mechs. The Star League just had the standard machine gun, and they were quite happy with it, and saw no reason to develop any other kind of machine gun technology. And the Inner Sphere obviously kept it, because you're not about to lose something simple like that. But there was no enthusiasm or impetus to develop different kinds of machine gun. But the clans, with their whole dueling one-on-one nonsense, having more options for support weapons for glorious hand-to-hand combat in trials of whatever, that appealed to them. Well, the heavy and light machine gun were developed by a clan called Smoke Jaguar, who are known for their brutality. So, yeah, that's the long story short. Don't let anyone say that there isn't a pile of clan tech in this game, because there is. Not that I care. I know people see that like clans is a bad thing, but I really like the clan technology. You know, it's just something different. You can play without it if you want, but it's nice that it's there. I have no idea what to do with this mech. I'm talking here to buy myself time to think about what to do with this, because I'm looking at these laser hard points and thinking, you know, what the hell do I put there? Okay. Plasma? PPC? They're roughly the same stats, aren't they? PPC is slightly heavier, but Plasma uses ammunition. And I have a medium laser. How about we go for Plasma? Medium laser. And just go for twin Plasma. Twin Plasma's going to run hot though. Right? And I'm going to need a Gorse ammo can. I can't remember how much ammo is in the Gorse can. 8 rounds. Not great. Would need at least 2 to have any sustainability. I don't even have the support hard points to build this as a support unit either. Okay, here's what we're going to do. We'll put the nice medium laser where it won't be lost. And we just go heavy laser boat with SRM support. Hard points are going to be such an issue. Where's the ammo gone? Or have I run out? I wouldn't be surprised if I ran out of SRM ammo considering the amount I get through. Oh no, there it is. Okay. Heat sinks and armor. This is going to run hot, so let's go for double heat sinking where we can best protect it. Jesus, these chunky legs have got these chunky legs have got lots of room for heat sinking. Okay. The DPS is really good. It's a question of, you know, can I hit? Because we all know, having watched me play this mod, that chance to hit is pretty low for a lot of these. Do I risk upgrading to a large laser for one of these weapons? That's a lot of extra tonnage. I don't really feel like that's worth it. I'd rather be more heat neutral and have thicker armor. Let's go full armor. Okay, now let's cut 1 ton. Don't feel like the legs need to be that thickly armored. Not sure I'm planning to DFA this bad boy. Okay, and let's get another heatsink in here. Okay, I think this is alright. It's not the best, but we got to make do with what we got. And what we got was a Wolverine. What we got was a mech with no hard points, which does not help me any. Right, back to contracts. These 2 missions are... This mission in particular, Stubborn Surrender, nearly always just features completely crippled but really good mechs. And it's got a huge payout. And I'm always very tempted to do that mission, even if I'm under power for it. But I think it might be a good idea to excuse me. I think it might be a good idea to repair at least one of my brand new mediums before I get stuck into that. The trebuchet is definitely very powerful, so I want to get my hands on that. I apologise if I'm drinking a lot, but talking all the time is not so good for the voice box. Got to keep it lubricated. I'll never eat on stream, don't worry. It's miserable. Let's be honest here. No one wants to listen to somebody else eating ever. Not in real life, not on stream, not when watching a show. The sound, there's something about the sound of eating that is one of the most annoying things on earth, in my opinion.
Good to go, Commander.
Okay, this is only a half a skull mission, so I should just be able to just run on in and get through it quickly.
Roger.
So that's what I'm going to do. I always reserve to the final phase when I'm running in.
Reserving action.
Because if the AI wastes any turns, then that always benefits me.
Awaiting orders.
Leg it!
Confirmed.
Yeah, he says that. Keep an eye out in case the turrets are online. They're always online.
More bogeys.
I've never attacked a base where the turrets are offline.
Standing by.
It seems to me that the turrets being offline is a unique feature of bases that I'm defending.
Confirmed. All right, let's move.
If it were a surprise attack, I mean, I suppose you could say that the turrets would be offline, but the thing is,
Receiving you.
you'd just immediately turn them on, right?
No shooting, just running.
Or you'd even have an automated system that turns them on when an unknown contact appears on any of the many systems that they use to sense incoming hostiles. Maybe they use LiDAR or infrared or radar or some combination of all three. Or whatever other detection technologies that are available in BattleTech. I mean, one of the nicest things about BattleTech is just how detailed it is, how much stuff is going on. But a lot of the arguments about X or Y weapon is simply better than A or B weapon. That's deliberate in BattleTech. BattleTech follows the same kind of idiosyncrasies as real war, or it tries to. You know, sometimes you just get a crappy weapon because it's easy to make or you have the parts for it. And a crappy weapon is better than no weapon. Sometimes some noble is sleeping with some other noble who owns the PPC factory, and so now every mech that you produce has got a PPC on it, even if it makes no sense. That's the kind of visceral realism that they were going for in BattleTech. So it shouldn't surprise anybody that certain things are just crap, because that was kind of the point.
Standing by.
I'm going to skip a turn here, just to bring all my units back together. These Panthers are so slow, they just get left behind.
Need something, Chief? Going full throttle.
Going full throttle. Those turrets can't see me from out here.
Ready to rock.
Oh, they would be able to if I moved there, though. Let's just hide behind the building. Okay.
What's the plan?
The plan is just sit there. There we go.
Skipper. 10-4.
As soon as I move in here, of course, it's going to trigger the reinforcements from the enemy. So, if you're wondering why these Streak SRM6s are so OP, let me tell you, it's because they're clan tech. And clan tech is always OP. Ooh. I don't know what that is, but it's got plasma. And I do not want to get hit by a plasma. Leg it.
Full speed ahead.
Okay, we got more incoming. You shouldn't have a shot though. Oh, missiles. That's probably a Jenner. Jenner or a Locust or some other crappy light that has got an LRM5. Absolutely zero threat or excitement.
Understood. Moving fast.
Okay, whatever that is, he hasn't got any long-range weapons because he would have fired them.
Receiving you.
Presume commando,
Standing by.
fire starter, something like that. Missile turret is just like a non-threat. Oh, it's a shredder. That is actually... There is a level of threat to the shredder.
Delay sounds wise.
Oof!
You need me to hold still for you?
That plasma. Oh. Okay, nothing exciting happening there.
Systems holding.
They're not really...
How might I help?
These enemies are not really positioning themselves in such a way where I could actually get them easily.
Confirmed.
Blat.
One less turret.
Okay,
What are your orders, Skipper?
let's move up and have a look at what we're dealing with. One Panther with a plasma, definitely. There he is. And a commando. Not a fire starter.
All weapons. Go.
Get him!
Commander?
Just sprint up.
On it.
Not close enough to do anything.
Ready for orders.
I'm playing really aggressively here because they're just lights. I just want to get this contract done quickly. Pocket my money. He's at it again with that plasma.
Yes, Commander.
It's a Jenner.
Firing jump jet.
This guy is so dead. He does not even know how dead he is.
Unleashing hell.
Sweet.
That hit something good.
The last thing I want is to be hit with a volley of Inferno SRMs. That would suck. I think that Jenner is close enough for me to punch it. No? That is unfortunate.
Heading out.
Still have a bash to try and do some damage to it though.
Firing all weapons.
Pile the heat in. Wow, that was a mistake.
Yes, Commander.
Excuse me. Let's heat this guy's life. Oh, it's not plasma. He's actually got just a bog standard PPC.
Ready to rock. I'm there. I got you.
And it's gone.
Reporting. Critical hit.
Sorry, buddy, but I don't want you firing that weapon at me anymore. Oh, he DFA'd me!
That shot got through my armor.
While being completely unsteady. Well, that wasn't clever, was it?
Orders.
Right, I need to immediately move this to get my evasion tokens back. In fact, this would be a good opportunity to use my vigilance, which I very rarely use, but I keep it for emergencies, such as this one. For when the angsty AI decides that DFA is the only option. Sweet.
Reporting. Critical hit.
Wow, he just jumped into rough terrain. That's not very wise.
Ready for orders. On it.
And because he jumped into rough terrain, he's kept his unsteady tag, so now I can just push his ass over.
Reporting.
Down you go.
Critical hit.
So now the question is, how many of these enemies can I make eject, or extract the pilot from? This commando is doing a moonwalk. Somehow managed to miss shooting me in the back.
What's up, boss?
Where's the old meta starter?
As you wish.
Just gonna try and kill the Jenner. Might as well.
I have a good feeling about this.
I have a good feeling about this. Oh!
Tango down.
Well, I'm not sure where the LRM ammo was, but it definitely exploded.
Ready for orders.
And there was not much left of the pilot after it was done. We'll shoot this commando in the back. Of course we are.
Confirm. Solid connection on that one.
Right.
Confirm.
Front towards enemy. I stood in the water and I'm still too hot. The guy is stressed. I'd be stressed too. Now what are you doing? Okay. Not sure about that, but okay.
Receiving you.
This guy's rear armor is completely ruined.
Position confirmed.
Of course, this is kind of the wrong mech to do a finishing blow. But whatever.
Roger.
Okay.
Standing by.
Make sure I don't stand in that drop ship zone. I would hate to have one of my mechs Goomba stomped.
Confirmed.
Boom.
Tango down.
I don't think there'll be much of that left in the salvage
How may I
table.
help?
These things happen. Okay. Is he aware that he's just like showing his back to a huge pile of my units?
Reporting.
Because he's right there in the dropship zone. I guess he doesn't want to be captured, right? Let's see if I can get the side.
Yes, Commander.
I'd ideally want him to eject so I get plenty of salvage. Okay, there goes the right torso.
Good to go. Affirmative.
Get the old cooker missiles in. Oh man, that CT has only got 2 HP. The leg has only got 1 HP. I am totally not going to get this guy to eject. Ah, well. Oh, he ejected! I don't know how that happened. I must have just done precisely one or two damage, and that was enough. See, Inferno missiles are not just for cooking people; they're for
Mission
salvage
successful.
capture opportunities. Not bad. So we're just going to do some admin now, and then I think next episode we are going to speed up time, get my trebuchet built. This is all junk, but it's money. I like money. At the end of the day, an entire light mech is 500,000 C-bills minimum. So certainly better than going for the cash. And I've reached the point now that I have enough light mech scrap lying around that I can regularly complete light mechs and then throw them out for money.
That mech you asked for. It's clear for fighting.
Those upgrades you asked for are online, Commander.
Okay, the beta pod is complete. Let's do the mech warriors first, because
Commander.
I'm not going to be doing much more after this.
Training complete.
Orders.
Always like a bit more chance to hit.
Training confirmed, Commander.
Let's do this.
Mech warrior training complete.
That guy has a little bit more chance to live. Yeah.
Training complete.
Building up evenly seems to be much better in this game. Cooled shot bonus plus 50 view distance. Nice. What about the Mark 7s? It's just a small increase. A nice little sprint speed bonus.
Training confirmed.
Yeah, building up your pilots evenly seems to be the best way to go. Seem to get a lot of nice bonuses for reaching level 6 in each skill. These are my spares. Right, upgrades complete. Let's stick another one on the cooker. There's absolutely no harm in getting the recreation things. In fact, they reduce your costs.
Roger that, Commander.
So whenever they come available, you should just build them. Which is nice, because they were pointless in the vanilla campaign. They made absolutely no sense whatsoever. You were better off just sacking them off. One day to fix that. Easy. Okay, this can just go. For 400,000 sea bills. Pretty nice, right? So I have so much stuff in the repair bay right now. It's pretty ridiculous. These are currently aligned in order of utility. Just change that. Things that are most useful to me, sort of weighed against how long they take to repair. I would actually rather have the Kintaro next. Okay, that's pretty much everything. So next time I want to hit a more difficult contract, which is this one. And I might do this one as well, depending on how this one goes. Destroy base is usually easier than battle. However, this is a destroy base, which I think will be pretty much normal units, whereas this one, it's almost guaranteed to be crippled units that are usually a lot higher weight class than you would expect. So the salvage opportunities here will be very good. But we'll see how it goes. I want at least the trebuchet. So we are going to just forward time and get that.
Got a new financial report for you, Commander.
Okay. Look at all these repairs that I need to do. It's silly.
Hey, boss. We've just completed those upgrades.
There was like some argument that the recreation stuff had some utility in that you get nice events if you have it. But the problem is that the sheer cost of it plus the ongoing monthly costs, it made no sense. It's not like it increased your morale every financial report or whatever. It's just a one-off increase.
Sure thing. It'll take a bit,
But with it,
get it done.
I feel like quite realistically reducing your running costs. They are definitely worth getting. Because if you think about it, right, you have a load of employees on your ship. You're paying them whatever. You charge them for all the recreational stuff. Not much, but you charge them. And you get... Oh, sweet, that went the right way. Normally someone gets injured. You make up the running costs, basically. These facilities don't really cost anything to run. A library on a ship where all the personnel can be trusted doesn't cost anything to run, right? Once you've bought the books, once you've made the initial outlay of buying all the books and putting them in the library, it doesn't cost anything to maintain that. You just leave everything there. Likewise, most of the things have got minimal or low running costs, but you can charge people to use the services and then make a bit of money. So that's my headcanon, if you will, for that. I think that makes a lot of sense, and that's well done. Okay, I think we're ready to go. So, join me next time. We are going to do some what I would think is relatively difficult 2-skull contracts, and just see if we can get ourselves some more tasty kit. Or at least just make ourselves some money. But things are progressing very smoothly. We've still got plenty of money in the bank at 2.5 million. We can easily raise another 3 million if we wanted to sell things. We are working our way through the ship upgrades, which is always nice. And we've even started collecting some heavy stuff.
Nice to see you down here.
So in my vague memories of last night's weekend glory. Oh yeah, I remember the trebuchet is missing an SRM4, isn't it? But I didn't want to cancel all the work that I'd done to put it back. Let's make that change now. There we go. That will only take a day.
Logged and no.
Yeah, so if we look at... let's get rid of all my light trash. We have still quite a reserve of medium parts, so there's plenty more medium mechs in our near future. Especially this hunchback here. One more piece for that. But we also managed to collect some Black Knight bits. So if we encounter another Black Knight, then we might get a Black Knight. So that would be very good. I don't know how many how many mech variants there are at the higher levels, how many heavy variants or assault variants there are. So it might be easier to collect bits for those. Let's just get that trebuchet fixed quickly, so that everything's ready to go for me to just press to start the contract. Okay, cool. I hope you enjoyed this. Let me know what you thought about the discussion about clan technology. If you'd like more in-depth lore discussion and stuff like that in the future, let me know. If you'd rather I just stick to talking about the gameplay, that's fine too. I'm not sure how deep people want me to go down the rabbit hole. I can go very, very, very deep down the rabbit hole. You know, I didn't waste, or at least I never felt like I wasted my entire life studying video games. I've got to put that knowledge to use. But if you prefer to just me talk about the moves that I'm making and the strategy that I'm going for, then I will certainly do that. There was quite a bit of autopilot in the second contract here, but the first contract was interesting enough. Using that LOS breaking to your advantage, that's like one of the key skills that let me win the AC2 campaign. It's all about isolating enemies and picking them off one by one, just being very carefully managing the enemy's line of sight on who they can hit and where. Ironically, one of the hardest missions where I took the most damage and even lost a pilot was the very last mission, the arena fight. Because there's no terrain for me to abuse, or very little terrain for me to abuse. It was just a straight up fight. And so a lot of people found that very easy because they were over-tooled and overpowered. But for me, that was the hardest. The hardest battle is just the one where I can't manipulate the terrain to serve me. And that's the key to this campaign and all the other campaigns. It's all about positioning. It's not about your... it's less about your kit and the mechs you've got and the builds and all that kind of stuff. A person who can tactically use the terrain to isolate enemies and prevent return fire is the one that's going to win. Even if you've got bugger all firepower like I did in the AC2 campaign. So, just food for thought there. Hope you enjoyed this, and I will see you next time.